Hello and welcome to another OuterPlane video. In this video I am going to be taking Rin on a showcase, not really a showcase, I'm going to be testing her damage numbers, which is basically a showcase, and I want to specifically compare Rin against the current best DPS in the game. Now my initial thoughts is Noah is going to be dealing just more damage overall in PvE. Specifically, she's going to be just doing more damage overall because she is right now the best single target damage dealer and the best AoE damage dealer before Ren's release at least. Now, I assume that Ren is just going to be a more consistent AoE damager because she has the type advantage on her S2, which might make her a better cleaver for PvP. This is a big might. Unless you're using Cindy, right? Using Cindy just makes Noah a lot more consistent. I don't use Cindy on my team because I use Veronica, Valentine, Noah, and Tio. This is the team that a lot of people are using. Some people use Cindy instead of Veronica for the cleave. My Cindy is not leveled up, so I don't really use her. Noah has a tendency to miss a lot in PvP if you're using her S1 specifically. Her S3 barely misses, it doesn't miss that much, but I think even if her S3 doesn't miss, I think Rin's S2 is actually just going to be dealing just like the more damage overall. Before I actually compare them, I want to check their stats. I want to compare their base stats because I have Noah at 4 stars. I can't really see the stats on my account. I need to go to the codex. So 9,086, 1,166. I need to write the important stats. So overall CP for Noah, right? Okay. Noah CP, right? It's going to be 9086. Attack is going to be 1166. Speed, attack and speed, right? 134. Let's go to Ren. Let us go to Ren. Right, there she is. Profile. Oh, she has the exact same CP, the exact same attack, the exact same... Okay, they have exact same stats. Does she even have the exact same HP, actually? I think she does. She has the exact same CP. I think they gave her the exact same stats as... no. Okay, they have the exact same stats. That's good to know. That is good to know. Alright, so, I think... No, the gear is on Noah right now. Yeah, I have the gear on Noah. My gear is not really optimized for in-game. This is late game, not in-game. There's a difference between late game and in-game, so the only reason this is not in-game is because I have the worst accessory in the fucking game. This is the only 6-star crit damage piece that I have. I've been grinding for a good one for weeks. I've been crafting all of my abrasives and there's just no luck. So I'll have to be using this for now. This is the rest of my gear. Not the worst gear ever, but not the best either. So let's get to the simulation. I'm going to be testing them. The only way that I can actually have a valid test is if I go to the simulation because it balances out the stars. Now max transcend, max skill level, and max hero level. I don't really need the hero level or the max skill level because my Ren S2 is max and she's level 100. This is what I need because my Ren is 3-star and my Noah is 4-star. So I do need the max transcendent. Let's get into the simulation. I want to write down the damage numbers for Noah and Ren, and I want to have a direct comparison. Now, as I said, Noah's probably going to be doing more single target damage. She's still going to be the best CP generating machine in the game. She's still going to be the best boss killer in the game. She's still going to be a really good DPS overall. Let's start with S3 without any Kaiser stacks. This is 0 out of 5 stacks. That's how much damage it does. This is going to be the S3 that you will be using in PvP, so this is going to be realistic. 9,900. Okay, 9,900. Is pretty realistic. Let's see the S1. Let's see how much the S1 does. 10,000, and then the follow-up. 19,875. Okay. Alright. I wrote that down. Okay, now we know what the damage that Noah does. Also, I need to mention another thing about Noah. That Rin does have an advantage over her in this regard is Noah doesn't have any useful burst skills, right? Noah's burst increases critical hit chance by 100%. This is useless because you're always going to be running her alongside Valentine, and Valentine has 100% uptime on the buffs. And then the second one is going to be reduces the ultimate cooldown, which you don't really need the ultimate because you're just going to be spamming her S1, and this is going to be resetting the cooldown. Now, this is pointless specifically because the S2 already reduces the cooldown, so what burst skills do, the burst level 3 is actually going to stack the burst level 2 and level 1 effects on every single unit. So even though it just resets the cooldown, it's also going to include this one and this one as well. Which is pointless because this one already reduces the cooldown. So I don't know why they just made the burst level 3 just resets the cooldown. Like, might as well just made it, oh, this one reduces it by 2 turns, this one reduces it by 3 turns, and there you go. Now it resets the cooldown, but it's actually, the stacking actually becomes useful instead of just being pointless. Anyways, well, my point is Noah doesn't have any useful skill bursts. And Noah's special equipment. Noah's not special. What are they called? Trust level. No, not here. Exclusive equipment. Okay, Noah's exclusive equipment is also pointless, while Ren's exclusive equipment is really good, especially against Medius, right? I probably should show you what it does. Whoops, here. Increases damage dealt to fire enemies by 50%, right? This is going to make her probably the best Medius unit in the game, but it's going to take months before I am able to even get close to getting her special equipment, so I'm not even gonna bother for now. But it is really good, right? Also, the other thing about Ren is she does have useful skill bursts, right? Her burst 1 increases damage, her burst 2 increases damage, and then her burst 3 increases damage yet again. So they're all going to be stacking on top of each other. I am curious to see how much damage she does with the skill burst level 3, where it stacks all 3 together. And yeah, so you know, there are some things that Ren does have over Noah, but I don't think they're enough to make her dethrone Noah necessarily. I'm gonna start with S3, right? Just like I did with Noah. S3 is going to do 8,540. I was almost so sure that it's gonna do 9,000 that I just said it. Okay, now we need to keep in mind, right? You need to keep in mind that we're fighting a green boss, right? I don't know why in the simulation they don't let you pick the boss color. For some reason, they don't let you do that. But it's a green boss. So Ren is going to be dealing less damage on her S3 and her S1. So you need to keep that in mind. The only skill that is not going to be affected by the typing is the S2 because it always has advantageous damage. And that's what makes her more consistent than Noah, like I said earlier in the video. Let's actually read her S3 before. I didn't even read her S3. Increased critical chance for 2 turns, which is the same as Noah. And then each time an enemy is defeated, increases attack by 5%. Now, I don't know if this is a passive or if this is specifically to the skill level 3, to this the skill 3. If you kill enemies with this skill, you increase your attack. I don't know which one it is. Anyways, let's do her burst, which is going to be the most important skill. And yes, it does do more damage than Noah's S3 specifically. And she does more AoE damage, slightly more AoE damage, because he has advantageous enemy. I'm sorry, because he does have advantageous damage, that's the reason why she's doing more damage than Noah. Which is also the reason why she is going to be a more consistent damage dealer, AoE damage dealer in PvP than Noah, because she's always going to have advantageous enemy. Her S1 is going to do 8,800. Now I am assuming these numbers should be a lot better if the enemy was not green. Maybe if it was neutral. She would be doing similar damage to Noah, like 10,000 on S3, 10,000 on S1. We're closer to these numbers. Now I want to try her to use her with the skill bursts. I want to see how much it affects her S2, because I doubt it will be that significant. Okay, I didn't think it was that minuscule, but yeah, just like I said, it's not that significant. From 10,498 to 11,377. It's like an 8%, 9% increase. Yes, like a 9-8% increase, which is fine, right? It's not the end of the world, but it's not really game changing either. But it's still more useful than Noah's bursts either way, so that's still a W over Noah. Let's do this one. So this is going to be increases damage twice. So this is going to be stacking. So it's going to be like, oh, it's not even 12,000. I was like, it's probably going to be 12,000 something. It's not even 12,000. Okay. Let's see the max level one. This one specifically increases the damage even more against fire enemies. But this is not a fire enemy, but it's still gonna have advantageous damage regardless, right? 13,000. Oh, never mind. Now this one is 12,000. Okay, so it goes from 10,498 to 11,377. With the burst 1 to 11,963, with the burst 2 to 12,256, with the burst 3. So the TLDR of the video is Noah is still the better PvE unit. Ren does more consistent AoE damage. Ren might be the better PvP cleaver, might be. And that's really the consensus. Now you should probably make your own opinion based off the numbers that you just saw. But in my opinions, I still think Noah is just the better unit overall. She's definitely the better PvE unit. She's definitely the better boss killer. She's the better CP generator. But in PvP, Ren might be better. Now there is potential that Ren is just a distraction for what to come for the next unit. They do that a lot on global releases where they release a decent unit and then like the next one, like the follow-up unit is just going to be broken and meta defying. So there is a chance that the next one is actually going to be a lot more hype than Ren. But who knows? Anyways, I hope the video was informative and I will see you guys in the next video.